Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Charlotte Knights Baseball right here on Facebook Live and Twitch. Thanks for following us at Charlotte Knights Baseball, and you can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at Knights Baseball. As you can see on the screen tonight, it is Bark in the Ballpark here at International E-League Week 5 as the Pawtucket Red Sox and Charlotte Knights play our first in a 3-game series this week. Throughout the course of this broadcast, we'll be featuring your dog picks that you submitted to us over the weekend and earlier today. Thank you so much to everyone who did. We've got a number of features throughout the course of this broadcast. First and foremost, thanks to our good friends at Williams Subaru for sponsoring Bark in the Ballpark with us over the past several years at BB&T Ballpark. We also want to thank our friends at North Mecklenburg Animal Rescue. We will have Sarah speak later on in the broadcast this evening to talk to us about North Mecklenburg Animal Rescue and a few other points. So as you join us this evening, if you want to see perhaps your dog featured on this broadcast and future dog broadcasts, you can send pics of your dogs to us using the hashtag #CoolestFan. Thanks to our friends at Akita Heating and Cooling for sponsoring the Coolest Fan segment here at BB&T Ballpark over the years. As I said tonight, it is week 5 in our International E-League series. We are playing the Pawtucket Red Sox, the AAA affiliate of the Boston Red Sox, in game 1 of 3. Over the course of this week, we've got another matchup coming up on Thursday at 7 o'clock, wherein we will play as the Chicago White Sox against a member of the Pawtucket Red Sox front office. They will be, of course, the Boston Red Sox, an American League matchup of the two Sox teams. You can watch that right here on Facebook Live and on Twitch. If you haven't followed us thus far, give us a follow on Charlotte Knights Baseball on both channels. You can see tonight's starting lineups presented by our friends at Husky. The Red Sox have Alex Verdugo leading off, Dustin Pedroia batting second, Bobby Dahlbeck batting third, Josh Okami batting fourth, Jansen Witt batting fifth, Tate Matheny sixth, Daner Lopez batting seventh, Marco Hernandez in the 8-hole, and Kevin Plawecki batting ninth. For the Charlotte Knights, you've got some familiar faces: Nick Madrigal, Zach Collins, Gorgis Hernandez rounding out the top 3 of the lineup, Daniel Polka in the cleanup spot. You're going to see a lot of left-handers in this lineup again tonight. Matt Skoll, A.J. Reed, and Nicky Delmonico in the 5, 6, and 7 slots of this lineup. Joel Booker is batting 8th out of center field, and batting 9th, Laz Rivera, the singles machine, who has helped Nick Farmer thus far. Speaking of Nick Farmer, he is back on the sticks tonight, our entertainment coordinator. Nick, welcome back to the broadcast. How are you feeling tonight?
Oh, feeling good. How's it going, everybody? Ready to play some baseball and check out the cute puppies. What more could you ask for, right?
You're absolutely right about that. It's Bark in the Ballpark. We are here tonight to celebrate all of our good friends, good boys, and good girls who can be adopted at one of many animal rescues. Tonight, we have a representative from the North Mecklenburg Animal Rescue. Please welcome Communications Director Sarah Speaks. Sarah, how are you doing this evening?
Woo! Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me. I do want to say that since I have 2 North Mech dogs here, you may hear barking at any point, but I'll try to hop on mute if that happens.
Hey, that's quite all right. We're glad that they can join us on the broadcast. Just make sure they follow at Knights Baseball as well, okay?
Absolutely.
Great. Well, thanks once again. We'll be talking with Sarah Speak throughout the course of this broadcast. And as we said before, we've got a lot of great dog segments coming up. Each and every inning, we'll be highlighting a different dog that you can adopt at North Mecklenburg Animal Rescue. And Sarah's going to help us talk about those dogs and highlight all of the beautiful puppies you can engage with over the course of this situation. So we talked about starting lineups. We're going to be moving on here once again, thanks to Williams Subaru, our sponsor of Bark in the Ballpark. You can see we're going around the diamond right now. Polka, Booker, and Hernandez in the outfield. Going around the horn, we've got Skoll, Rivera, Madrigal, and Delmonico from third to first. Zach Collins, your catcher, and his battery mate, the starting pitcher tonight, Ross Detweiler. Ross Detweiler, who debuted with the Charlotte Knights back in 2019. He is a Major League veteran with the Washington Nationals, among other Major League organizations. He's taking the mound tonight for the Knights. Once again, going around the diamond, presented by our friends at Diamonds Direct, the official jeweler of the Charlotte Knights. Thanks to everyone for joining us on the stream this evening. We are just moments away from starting at Franco Park here in Week 5 of the International E-League Series. Our record thus far, the Syracuse Mets are still in first place. The Charlotte Knights climbing back, hopefully into contention and relevance here in the Owen division. But the Knights tonight looking to strike early and strike fast against our counterparts in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. There you see Ross Detweiler on the mound for the Knights. He had a productive season in 2019. Joining the White Sox for a stint as well later on in the season. He's taking the mound for his Charlotte Knights virtual debut here this evening. Alex Verdugo is going to lead off now for the Pawtucket Red Sox. Verdugo, the part of a trade that sent Mookie Betts to the Los Angeles Dodgers this past offseason. Here's the first pitch. And that's in there for a strike, swung on and missed. 93 miles an hour on the four-seam fastball. For those of you just joining us, this is Charlotte Knights Baseball, MLB The Show 2020. We've got Sarah Speak, Communications Director of North Mecklenburg Animal Rescue, joining us. Sarah, just talk to us a little bit about North Mecklenburg Animal Rescue and how dog adoptions and pet adoptions in general have been affected by the COVID-19 situation thus far.
Sure. So we are a kind of smaller no-kill shelter. We're located in Noda. COVID has definitely, we've gotten more adoptions in, but we're trying to run it pretty similarly to how we would at any other time. And really making sure that even though these people have a lot of time to be home with their dogs now, that it's still going to be a good fit once life kind of goes back to normal.
Are there any unique challenges that you see for potential pet owners in this situation as opposed to, I guess, the time before the pandemic took hold? I mean, there's a lot more time with people working from home, as you said, but any unique challenges or circumstances that we could be aware of as pet owners?
Yeah, so it's kind of a double-edged sword. So like getting a puppy right now is great because you have time home with it and you can train it, but also you can't take it out and do all those socialization things that puppies really need. So they're kind of going to be a little behind, but I think once we're able to see more people and puppies can go to breweries or, dog parks and things like that again, they'll be okay.
Gotcha. Now in North Mecklenburg, you have several special needs dogs who have come through and, and have been adopted pretty quickly. So tell us about some of them and how those foster families and new dog owners have adapted to their situations.
We recently got in 2 blind puppies, and we were really worried that it was going to be a tough adoption. But we found this one family, and they love special needs dogs, and they have these little halo devices. It's like a harness, but there's a halo that goes around their face so they don't bump into things. We have a picture of that on our social media.
Wow, okay. Cool. Where can pet owners view North Mecklenburg Animal Rescue on social media to check out those dogs and more?
So we're on Facebook. We're North Mech Animal Rescue on Instagram, and then if you go to our website, it links to everything.
Great. Well, you can see on screen one of the many beautiful dogs who are up for adoption right now. We've got a tripod by the name of Trinity. Sarah, why don't you tell us about Trinity?
What a cute little
Trinity,
puppy.
She is very cute. She came to us in a litter of 12, and she was out in the country, and she experienced some trauma, and one of her legs was severed before she even got to us. And she's another case where we were really worried about how she would react to that, but she is the feistiest little dog. She's currently in foster with 2 very large dogs and rules the roost over there.
5 pounds, huh?
Yeah, we think she'll only max out at like 10.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. You can see on screen Trinity. I just love her nose and her snout there. Just what a great photo. You can learn about Trinity and all adoptable dogs throughout this broadcast by going to northmechanimalrescue.org. You can see the website there on screen. And if you have questions for us in the comments section of this live feed, please let us know, and we will try to ask Sarah these questions while we're on the broadcast. But there you see Trinity there if you want to learn about her and more. Now, I remember, Sarah, you were telling us that North Mech Animal Rescue is looking for a new facility, and that's one of the bigger fundraising initiatives you have going on right now. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we want to move to a larger facility so we can simply pull more dogs.
Sure.
Currently, we can have about 20 in our shelter, and we put the majority in foster. And at our new facility, we'll be able to triple that. Currently, we have a big empty warehouse, so that takes a lot of outfitting to get it to where we need it to be. And our major thing is that we want turf at the new facility. Right now, we have gravel, and it's just really rough on their paws.
Oh gosh. Now, how many? Remind me, how many dogs can you house right now versus the new facility?
We have about 20, and we're aiming to get closer to 60
Gotcha.
with the new one.
Closer to 60 with the new ones. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the challenges beyond the capacity that you face at your present facility right now that will also be answered with this new location?
Yeah, okay. So the gravel's the main one in the play areas. So if we can raise the money for turf, that would be amazing. It's you don't have to replace it as often. It's more hygienic and it's just nicer for the dog's paws. Um, and also currently our meet and greet area is kind of a smaller room. And when we're at full capacity, there are kennels near it. So it'd be great to have this new facility where we're gonna have a much larger meet and greet area.
Gotcha. Okay. Sarah, you mentioned earlier to us, for those of you just joining us, Sarah Speak, the communications director of North Mecklenburg Animal Rescue, joining us on the live stream this evening. It's Bark in the Ballpark, presented by our friends at Williams Subaru. Sarah, you mentioned earlier that you received Trinity as part of a litter of 12 dogs, but where do you typically get the dogs, who come to the animal rescue?
Almost all of our dogs we pull from rural shelters in other places
Okay.
in North Carolina. So we do have a small hurdle. It's not that bad, but the dogs are coming from the country and they're kind of acclimating to urban life. So you need to, as with all adoptions, you need to give them some time, let them get used to being in an apartment or a house around a bunch of cars and things like that.
Gotcha. Okay. You can see our several user submitted dogs who are on screen right now. Acosta Heating and Cooling is our partner on this coolest fan picks segment. You're going to see this periodically throughout the course of tonight's live stream. I want to thank everyone who had a hand in submitting picks to us. Lots of good boys and good girls on this broadcast this evening. Oh my gosh, look at Cosmo right there. Our friend Aaron Cheris submitting that one. While we're looking at this on screen, once again, thanks to Acosta Heating and Cooling for putting these segments together with us. We have some comments from Kate Martin, who says, "Hi, Sarah," and she's talking about Trinity as well as a few other members of your staff. Hannah says Trinity's mama is a sweetheart, and Hannah's fostering, and she met Trinity briefly and says that she's a sweetheart too. So if you do have interest in adopting Trinity, please do so, because she is a very lovely personality, apparently.
So how does the fostering work? What goes into that, and how many people do you have that foster your dogs?
We have a bunch of fosters. So what happens is you go to our website and fill out a foster application, and then our foster coordinator will reach out and you'll be put on this email list and in our Facebook group. So whenever a dog comes in, they'll post that, like, we have this need for this 2-year-old dog or whatever information they have about it. And you can just say, this is a good time for me. I would like to foster right now. And we supply the food, crates, whatever else you need. And it's pretty awesome. It really helps the dogs adjust and it helps them get adopted.
Are there any requirements for homeowners or apartment owners for the facilities that they should have available as they're considering either fostering or adopting?
Yeah, so we don't have any requirements except for that you want to do it, and your apartment or if you lease your home doesn't say that you can't have them, of course.
Sure.
But all dogs are different and are fine in different environments. So some are totally fine in apartments, some need fenced yards. It's just kind of per dog basis.
Oh, okay. Are there any as we talk about several of these dogs, we're going to show another adoptable dog on screen. Let's say hello to Dawson. Dawson is a 45-pound Akita and Husky mix. Sarah, why don't you tell us a little bit about this good boy?
Those eyes.
Great. Yeah, he has beautiful eyes. He's actually pretty new. We don't even have him listed on the website yet. So what typically happens is we pull a dog and we'll either put them in foster or keep them at the shelter for a few days, just to make sure we know what needs they have before they get listed. Because we want to make sure, he's super friendly or doesn't need a fence or whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you find with foster families that you want to pair Dawson with other dogs for socialization? As you can see, he plays well with other dogs. Do you find that some foster families might house, several dogs versus others housing just one dog, or what's the situation most common for you?
Normally, our fosters, I think, have one or two of their own dogs, and then also
I
will
see.
foster one.
Okay.
But we have one great foster who doesn't have any dogs of his own, and he has two of our dogs with him. So
Wow.
whatever they're comfortable with.
Wow, wonderful. It sounds like a great program, fostering and adopting. Once again, if you're just joining us, we have North Mac Animal Rescue's Communication Director, Sarah Speak, on the live stream with us tonight. This is Charlotte Knights baseball against the Pawtucket Red Sox. Williams Subaru's Bark in the Ballpark, coming to you live on Facebook Live and Twitch. If you're not following us already, you can check us out there. As you saw briefly on screen, you can follow at North Mech Animal Rescue on both Facebook and Instagram. Now, talk to us about your Instagram feed. I was scrolling through there earlier today, and I saw just so many wonderful pets and so many nice little tips that you have for families looking to adopt. Do you run the social media accounts for those, or is it something?
Yeah, I do.
Wow,
How
okay.
fun.
Gosh,
It
that
is
is a lot of
fun.
fun.
It's always
Okay.
good to, see some cute dogs and get to share them with everyone.
Absolutely. We not a lot going on in the game here, Nick. Thus far, I don't want
A lot
you
of
to
ground
think
balls
like
into the
we're
shift
excluding
here.
you. Yeah, you've got some great defense going here. We are through 2 thus far, and as we enter the top of the third, still not at a scoreless game. Only 3 hits between these two squads thus far. Marco Hernandez stepping in the box now against Ross Detweiler. Detweiler's only thrown 15 pitches through the first 2 frames here. He is dealing. You can see it's a beautiful evening here at the ballpark.
Good old
Detweiler
Franco
looking
Park.
up. Yeah, Franco Park, baby. That's the way it goes. As
We
Kate
got
Martin.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I insist.
So we set the tone here, trying to make it look as much like as Charlotte as we can, with the cities in the background and the cheering fans in the stands. Tried to nail the feel of BB&T Ballpark, and I think there's some dogs in the crowd. I haven't seen them yet, but how could there not be on Bark in the Ballpark tonight, right?
We might see a few of them on a cam later on in the broadcast. You just never know. Stick around with
Stay
us
tuned.
as we put a lot of these promotions out there with you. Kate Martin once again chiming in the comments section. Thank you, Kate, for joining us on the live stream tonight. Dawson is active, and he would love a canine companion. He would be a great brewery dog as well. Very, very social. So the Akita Husky mix, Dawson, who you can tell by his eyes, he's a very good boy. And it looks like he could be quite a companion for you. Once again, you can go to northmechanimalrescue.org to learn about these good dogs and a whole lot more about the fostering and adoption process. Sarah, what's the best advice you could offer for people who might be on the fence about adopting and need that little extra nudge to go in the yes or no direction?
Ooh. Well, I would first never encourage anyone who wasn't completely sure, because it can be a lot of work. But it depends. Like, if you get an 8-week-old puppy, you're on the clock a lot more than if you adopt one of our 2-year-old dogs who also needs a home, but is more happy to lay on the couch and doesn't need to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. So I would maybe encourage them that way to one of our older ones.
Gotcha. It's definitely correct there. I think each situation is going to be a little bit different. I myself, when I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I adopted an Italian Greyhound. She was part of a rescue that really specialized in Italian Greyhounds. You saw a few Chihuahuas and Dachshunds and other small breed dogs in there. But when I adopted her, she was only about 7 months old at the time, and she was recovering from a broken ankle. They had found her, basically with that injury. So 7 months old at the time, and I spent probably the first 6 or 7 months rehabbing the ankle with her. And the rescue was just so great with being able to share with us. Look at that outstanding play once again by Madrigal on screen. I got to mention that before we keep going. thanks to our friends at Jersey Mike Subs for the instant replay there. But they were so great with me and helping understanding what Pixie's needs were. Pixie was her name.
Pixie.
Yeah, she had a very dainty way about her, crossing her paws as she, lay down and interacted with you. Just never really barked, never made a lot of noise, just always wanted to cuddle. But they did a great job with rehabilitation and making sure that I knew everything I needed to know and preparing for vets. After the adoption takes place, Sarah, how does North Mech Animal Rescue further engage with the adopting family and keep that process of information and education ongoing?
So we really, like your shelter did, we really do try to front load them with all that information. Like, for example, Trinity, with her one missing leg, we are going to need to make sure that whoever adopts her keeps her on supplements so her other legs do not give out like later in her life or anything, and she continues to be happy and a feisty little dog. We have an Inmar Forever Homes group on Facebook, so we love when adopters will put their dog photos in there. And of course, we're always around. They can always email us if they have any questions.
Great. You can see one more adoptable dog here on screen from North Mech Animal Rescue. Her name is Matilda. Matilda, the Chihuahua mix. She's a year and a half old. What else do we need to know about Matilda, Sarah, that really makes her a standout?
Well, certain people are just really attracted to certain breeds, and I think she has a lot of Chihuahua traits. Like, she is a little feisty. She needs a little time to warm up to some people.
Sure.
She can be a little protective of her food, but I have heard that she is a great cuddly dog. I've not actually met her. She's been in foster since she showed up, and her foster seems to just love her.
Nice. You can also see on screen that she loves to chase her foster sister in the yard. So kind of to your point, very feisty. Chihuahuas tend to be very energetic. I remember that from my rescue as well. So Matilda, you see on screen, she's one of many who are either in foster care or at the rescue right now. You can learn more about them at northmechanimalrescue.com. Sarah, one final question for you as we wrap up here. What over the next several months would be the best piece of advice you can give, not just to families looking to adopt or households looking to adopt, but just dog owners in general as we start to transition back out of the work from home situation into normal office life, and maybe some pets, getting used to seeing you a whole lot more to all of a sudden maybe not seeing you as often. Any advice you can share?
Yeah, definitely. I think people should really be aware of maybe taking their dogs to doggy daycare a few times a week to help get that energy out, or a dog walker in the middle of the day will help ease any anxiety. But really to just embrace, hopefully these last few weeks, to just love on your dog and maybe train him a few extra tricks.
It's all great advice. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us, Communications Director for North Mech Animal Rescue. You can check them out at northmechanimalrescue.org. You can follow them on Facebook and Instagram at North Mech Animal Rescue, following them on both. Any other channels where we can find you?
Instagram's our most active one, but yeah, Instagram and Facebook, you can pretty much find everything.
Excellent. You can see the link there on screen to both those channels. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us tonight, really making Bark in the Ballpark a special event. We really appreciate it.
It was fun. Thanks, guys.
Definitely. We'll have you back sometime soon, we hope.
Perfect. Can't wait.
All right. Thank you to Sarah Speak from North Mech Animal Rescue for joining us on the call this evening. It is Williams Subaru Bark in the Ballpark. If you're just joining us on the live stream here on Facebook Live and Twitch, the Charlotte Knights against the Pawtucket Red Sox, we are knotted with a scoreless game as we enter the top of the fourth. Check out all these good doggos on screen. Once again, it's our coolest fan segment, our second of perhaps 3 or 4. You got to keep watching the live stream tonight to see more. Brought to you by our friends at Acosta Heating and Cooling. Here's Titan, the fan favorite, with a few of our friends. We call her Cheerios, but Lindsay bringing Titan to a ball game here in the last several years. So
the helmet.
Here's Cotton, Jonathan English's dog, Cotton, making her debut on screen. Henry among, oh my gosh, look at Henry's face. Wow.
What a professional picture right there. Look at that.
Absolutely. That is Instagram friendly. Thanks to all of you for submitting your dog pics throughout the course of this game. If you want to see your dogs featured tonight and in perhaps future Bark in the Ballpark live streams, you can send them to us on Facebook and Twitter using the hashtag #CoolestFan. Thanks once again to Acosta Heating and Cooling for the Coolest Fan segment, and thanks to Williams Subaru for presenting Bark in the Ballpark here this evening. That curveball swung on and missed, low and inside for strike one. We've got one out here in the top of the fourth. Ross Detweiler doing the work. There's a swing and another miss for strike two.
3 balls, 29 strikes. We're pounding the zone here against Pawtucket.
That is insane. That is insane follow-up. Just tipped there. He had a great swing on it, just couldn't make very good contact. He swings on that changeup and misses low, 81 miles an hour on that. Actually, he tipped it. Good grief.
Yeah.
Man, all right. I'm just going to wait until I see
there you go.
All
right.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, strikeout. I believe that's the third one of the game, unless I missed him. You can let me know in the comments section, but check out this instant replay here. Jersey Mike Subs, the instant replay partner of the Charlotte Knights. He just finished above that pitch, trying to reach down, but could not make contact on this one. We want to thank Sarah Speak once more for joining us for a great interview. What a lovely conversation that was. Sarah, just a wealth of knowledge, and she manages a great Instagram channel. If you like dog pictures and you like seeing all those wonderful faces and videos of puppies you can adopt, head over to Instagram at North Mech Animal Rescue. Sarah does a great job. She's communications director for North Mecklenburg Animal Rescue. Great conversation, I thought, overall. We've got more dogs to feature throughout the course of this stream, so stick around with us. If you haven't seen your dog yet, you might later on. Here's the one.
I feel like we learned a lot there with Sarah talking about adopting dogs and fostering and all your different options there, and especially with the COVID-19 pandemic and how that affects the puppies. Really, really interesting stuff. Thankful she was able to come on and share that with us.
You're absolutely right. It's difficult enough for us to try and navigate this situation as people, and we can comprehend things a lot easier, obviously, than our canine counterparts. But to know that, everything that we're going to see changing will impact the process. It's all important. Impacting the process again, Detweiler just ending that inning with another Circle K strikeout. Flamethrowing, that's 4 on the evening. Speaking of good doggos, here is Murphy. He's an 8-month-old male Anatolian Shepherd and Great Pyrenees mix. He is a big, big boy when he gets to be an adult dog. So you're going to want to have a big backyard, big living room. Yeah, look at that face, though. Good grief. He's an outgoing dog, loves playing. I mean, he's a very playful breed to begin with. And, of course, he loves to play fetch. So if you're good with that, I think you'll be very good with Murphy. You can check him out at northmechanimalrescue.org to learn more about Murphy and all the other dogs available for adoption. We've seen several ads on local and national TV as that grounder goes right to the first baseman for out one here in the bottom of the fourth. Some promotions to encourage dog fostering and dog adoptions. I think I saw one with Anheuser-Busch that if you adopted a dog during the stay-at-home order from a national level, then Budweiser would give you, I think it was 2 months of beer or something like that, and you had to go to a website and register through them. I think it was a partnership with a Humane Society chapter, but interesting there. We've got Gorgis Hernandez smacking this ball to right center field for a base hit. You can check out that great replay from Jersey Mike Subs, our official replay partner, long-time instant replay partner of the Charlotte Knights. Haven't seen any DoubleTree doubles yet, unless I just missed it with our great conversation from earlier. But maybe we made our first one right here. It could be coming.
Look at that.
That is some warning track power bouncing off the wall. Hernandez is on his way to third, and there it is. Speaking into existence, my friend. The first DoubleTree double of the evening, presented by our friends at the DoubleTree by Hilton Charlotte, where the little things mean everything. The DoubleTree is the official host hotel of the Charlotte Knights. That also scores our first run of the game as Gorky's was not satisfied staying at third. He scores the first run for the Knights. We are safe at home, and we hope that you have been safe at home throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. Thanks to our friends at CPI Security for your long-standing partnership. Long-standing, that ball flying off the wall in right field. Polka might be coming around for second. There's another DoubleTree double brought to you by the DoubleTree by Hilton Charlotte. Check out this
That was so
blast.
hard to read if he was catching that or if he had his back turned or was just going to spin around and catch it. You never know in this game. So hard to read off the wall. Went station to station there from second to third. But got the double there. A little DoubleTree shout out. Back-to-back doubles. See if AJ Reed can do something.
You've got quite a streak going on. There's the Matt Skoll chant. If you've been joining us on that one, it's a fun chant to do. A fan favorite at BB&T Ballpark. If Matt Skoll joins us again this upcoming season, we can have more Skoll claps going on. That one scores another run though on the sacrifice. Polka hightailing it from third as both people tag up, and it's 2-0 now. Knights over the Red Sox. Iggy Delmonico stepping into the box now, one of, I believe, 5 lefties in the Knights lineup. We're going southpaw. You see what I did there? On Bark on the Ballpark night, presented by Williams Subaru. That ball smacked into shallow center.
Another one.
Base hit. That's going to score another run. And Delmonico with the RBI single opens this one up at 3-0. This is going to bring the opposing team's manager to the mound for a quick mound visit. While we're seeing them talk
Homer
out
just
on the mound.
dabbing all over their conference there. The disrespect.
There's nothing like a celebration there, especially when you're really piling it on now. We got you all hyped up to talk about dogs and everything, and I think that got your mojo going. It's been great.
That might have been what it was.
We are through 4, and we take a 3-0 lead now in Franco Park. This brings up our grill session question of the evening, presented by Sahlens, the official hot dog of the Charlotte Knights. Here's tonight's Sahlens grill session question. Which 19-year Major League veteran with stints in Toronto, San Diego, Atlanta, and Tampa Bay, among other teams, earned the nickname the Crime Dog from ESPN broadcaster Chris Berman? Which MLB veteran is nicknamed the Crime Dog? You can answer in the comments section on Facebook Live or Twitch. The first correct answer will receive a special giveaway prize from the Charlotte Knights. Thanks to our friends at Sahlens Hot Dogs. Once again, the official hot dog provider of the Charlotte Knights. A long-standing partner of ours who debuted with the Knights as our official hot dog in February of 2014, I believe.
The Crime Dog from Sahlens. So if Sahlens had a Crime Dog hot dog in the ballpark, what are you putting on it, David?
I think it would be a crime to hold back on toppings. So I would imagine. I would think something very hot. Speaking of hot, here is the fiery, burning strikeout from Circle K. Strikeout number 5. I'm just walking right into these ones. You give me the meatball, I'm gonna smack it out of the park, baby. But
hopefully we don't do that here.
I know you're right about that one. There's a pop-up to the second baseman. Madrigal's there to make the catch. There are 2 quick outs here in the top of the 5th. We've got a couple of winners for our trivia question. Looks like it was pretty quick. We wanted to make it dog-friendly. Not barking around the tree in that one, but we'll announce those winners here shortly. But the Crime Dog, interested to see what our fans think. What would you put on a Crime Dog? Let us know in the comments section and in the Twitch live chat what a Crime Dog might look like in the ballpark. For me, it would be a crime to go cheap on the ingredients and the condiments. So I would do hot sauce, a little bit of barbecue sauce, maybe some scallions or onions, some chili cheese.
There we go.
I'm also a big fan of, believe it or not, spaghetti noodles, angel hair pasta on hot dogs. Believe it or not, it's not a Chicago
I think that's
thing.
The crime.
It's an acquired taste. I also like a lot of sauerkraut, being a Chicago hot dog guy. But We'll talk about that here in a second. Speaking of the crime dog, to repeat our question from tonight, which 19-year Major League veteran had stints in Toronto, San Diego, Atlanta, and Tampa Bay, who earned the nickname the crime dog from Chris Berman? That's my Chris Berman impression. But the answer, Fred McGriff. He played 19 seasons, tallied over 1,500 runs batted in, closing in on 1,400 runs scored. Just an excellent ball player all around. So I think he had an 886 on base plus slugging percentage over the course of his career. Just a great player all around. First baseman for many teams. The winners tonight, Mike Bensinger on Twitch, and our good friend Arthur Lovely on Facebook Live.
By the way, Arthur.
Thank you to Mike and Arthur both for answering the Sahlens Grill session. Please stick around with us. We'll get your information, and we will get to you a special prize courtesy of the Charlotte Knights. Thanks to our friends at Sahlens for tonight's grill session question, and thanks to Williams Subaru for sponsoring Bark in the Ballpark this evening. We go from dogs to dogs and now to dogs as Preston is another beautiful Great Pyrenees and Lab mix from North Mecklenburg Animal Rescue. God, look at those ears, that smile on his face. That's the kind of dog you'd love to bring home with you.
That's the kind of dog that looks like it could play catch with itself.
You're right about that. Preston can use a little more meat on his bones. As you can see, he's a skinny boy, but if he's very playful, active. If you play around with him, make sure you feed him a lot of good, yummy food. He's a good boy and deserves it. He loves throwing his toys in the air and catching them. Playing catch by yourself is a beautiful thing anyway. When you get a chance to work with Preston and bring him into a good home, I'm sure he's going to be the most loving partner you ever had. Once again, thanks to our friends at North Mecklenburg Animal Rescue. You can go to northmeckanimalrescue.org to learn about this good boy, Preston, among other dogs we will highlight throughout tonight's live stream.
You could be the one to play fetch with Preston, so he doesn't have to do it by himself anymore.
You're absolutely right about that. We've got another friend of ours from North Mac Animal Rescue in the community here, Libby, who has several comments to make about our dogs this evening if you had a chance to go back and watch them later on. Libby says Murphy is the best wingman ever. Very social, great in a car, and he would love to accompany you on any adventure. She also says about Dawson. Dawson is so handsome and loves to play fetch. He'd be a great pal for a baseball lover. I think I might have to talk to you all about Dawson after this broadcast is over with. Now, beyond that, Libby says our crime dog is Walker. He stole a chicken breast from his foster mama before she had a chance to cook it.
Oh, no.
We did say Walker, he could use a little bit more there. Check out this great triple.
Madrigal flying around the bases.
Madrigal is one of those high-contact hitters, and he did a great job there, legging it out from first to third on that triple. That instant replay brought to you by Jersey Mike Subs. Here's a base hit up the middle to center field. Madrigal will score, and that makes it a 4-0 game here in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Knights in a commanding lead now. Let's check the instant replay on this again from Jersey Mike Subs. You see him just smack it up the middle. Not a whole lot of work on this one, just putting it straight up. That's going to get the Pawtucket Red Sox bullpen active and in the game. You see the manager's not looking too happy with this one, but
the stare back at the coach. Not a good look.
He might not have felt he was ready to get out of this one, but a very tough night for Pawtucket pitchers thus far as they make the switch. Thad Ward coming on now to pitch for the Red Sox, another righty. Forgot his glove there. Folks just joining us, if you want to take a picture, a snapshot of our live stream tonight, you can use this coupon at Williams Subaru on Independence Boulevard. You can redeem this coupon for $19.99, a vehicle interior disinfectant service. It helps during the COVID-19 pandemic. It's safe for your pets and for your kids. You can see there's no harsh chemical residue. It's great for pet owners, and it's great for car owners, really across the board, especially as we keep all of our efforts to make everything clean and safe and disinfected moving forward. So our good friends at Williams Subaru are giving you this, a $49.95 value for $19.99. Take a snapshot of this coupon tonight. and drive to your nearest Williams Subaru on Independence Boulevard. You can go to williamssubarucharlotte.com to see their lot of vehicles. But this coupon will get you $30 off a vehicle interior disinfectant service. Thanks to our friends at Williams Subaru for giving us this unique opportunity for folks joining us on the live stream. We want to also thank each and every one of you for joining us, making this Bark in the Ballpark presented by Williams Subaru even better than we could have imagined. We've got a lot of great comments here in the comment section on Facebook Live. We see more in the Twitch chat as well. Let us know throughout the course of this stream if you have interest in any particular dog. We have several members of the North Mech Animal Rescue community on the stream watching live. And wow, look at that one, a ground rule double. Another DoubleTree double presented by the DoubleTree by Hilton Charlotte. Gorkis Hernandez doing some work this evening, just finishing inside the right field foul line there in fair territory, just bouncing over the wall. There's nothing the Red Sox can do about that one. That puts runners on second and third now with Daniel Palka smacking this one to left center. That's going to drop. It could runs. Palka probably going to second on this one. And that's going to be a 2-run double for who could be a back-to-back Morningstar Storage Star of the Game candidate. We'll see. Let's check out the instant replay here. He just loops this one, Palka does, into left center. Again, not a whole lot of effort on that one. He's a big boy. A lot of power in Palka's bat. If you joined us last game, you saw it, but 5 for 5 in our game last Tuesday. 3 home runs from Palka. Speaking of home runs.
It's gone.
You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. Matt Skull. Get your skull claps going now, folks. The powerful lefty making a round trip around the bases for his first home run of this International E-League Series. And the Charlotte Knights just opening the floodgates now against Pawtucket. Unbelievable smack on that one. 368 feet. That ball screamed out of the ballpark. 96.4 miles an hour exit velocity. That makes the Red Sox go to their bullpen once again. Domingo Tapia taking over. The 6'3" right-hander, 250 pounds. He's 28 years old. We'll see if he's got any better luck, Tapia, over the White Sox left-heavy lineup. We knew coming into it, A.J. Reed in the box now, that the Red Sox could have some trouble as Pawtucket faces a lot of southpaws here on Bark in the Ballpark night. A lot of excitement here in the bottom of the 5th inning as the floodgates open. It is 8-0 now. Charlotte Knights over Pawtucket Red Sox. 2 outs here for Tapia as this ball gets looped right into the left fielder's glove. Not a lot of movement needed for him. And this inning is over. 8-0, as you can see here on the screen. A lot of beautiful dogs being featured throughout this live stream. Thanks to everyone once again for submitting your coolest doggy fans to be featured on the live stream. You can send us more dog pics. Hashtag coolest fan is what you want to do. Thanks to our friends at Acosta Heating and Cooling, our HVAC partner. Long time, really, since we've been in Uptown Charlotte, and dating back several years before that even, a long-standing partnership with Acosta Heating and Cooling. Thank you so much for supporting us on Williams Subaru Bark in the Ballpark night here on Facebook Live and Twitch. Oh my God.
Look at that puppy waving right at us.
What a dainty little bow tie as well. I mean, just a dapper looking individual. He's ready to go
the
out
jersey
for
on Riley.
I like that as well.
That's a good look right there.
You've got some cool dog jerseys available at the Knights online store. You can check it out at knights.milbstore.com to check out all of your pet merchandise as well as other merchandise that we'll talk about here throughout this broadcast. Look at
Socks with little socks on. Look at that.
Wow. I can see where he gets the name. That's incredible. Tom Ward, our vice president of sales, and his good boy Wilson out on the lake, it looks like. Thanks to Tom for submitting that pic to us.
Oh, man. What a beast.
That is my Monday mood right there as I wake up. And
I think that's the most memeable one we've seen yet.
That is also how I feel about baseball as we wait patiently for it to return to us, Titan. Thanks to all of you for submitting those picks. I believe Tom Gorder, our Vice President of Stadium Operations, sending that one in. Top of the sixth now, 8-0, and Ross Detweiler still on the mound for the Knights. The lefty is dealing, only throwing now his 51st pitch of the game. That one swung on and missed low, the changeup, giving him an 0-2 count.
Swing on a little high heat. There it is.
Got him right there, swung out and missed for Circle K. Strikeout number, I don't know, 6 or 7, or I don't know where we're at right now. But it's a wonderful, wonderful performance thus far. You see, he did not have a chance on that fastball. High and outside corner there, just painting the corners. Detweiler is here on Bark in the Ballpark 9. Thanks for all the new follows here on Facebook Live and Twitch. We appreciate you joining us as Alex Verdugo, the top of the order, enters the box for the Pawtucket Red Sox. Here's the pitch, and that one goes foul. We want to thank Sarah Speak one more time. You see the pitch count up there. In the fourth inning, he threw 13 pitches. I didn't even see it. But Communications Director Sarah Speak was on with us earlier to talk about the North Mecklenburg Animal Rescue. Is there? I think Pawtucket needs a little rescuing right now. That's Circle K strikeout number 7 or 8. I don't know where we are right now, but yeah, thanks for that. Below that pitch. He did not see that coming. He was looking low.
I think his eyes were closed.
High. he might have been swinging when praying at the same time. I'm not 100% sure, but you're right about that. 2 strikeouts this inning. And here we go. Madrigal fielding a very easy ground ball. He sends a short throw to first for the putout, and that will end this half inning. We see a beautiful girl, Reese, on screen, an American Bulldog and Husky mix. Reese, a very happy girl there. She just adores people. Loves being on a leash. She's good on it, good walker. She loves to play with toys. She kind of works on her own, though. She's a strong dog there. She needs to be fenced in a yard as well. You can see she is 70 pounds. Reese is, she kind of runs her own roost, head of the household there. So if you are interested in learning about Reese, she is 8 years old, American Bulldog Husky mix, as we mentioned before. She's one of, again, many dogs that can be adopted at North Mecklenburg Animal Rescue. You can head to northmeckanimalrescue.org to learn more about this beautiful girl, Reese. Thanks again to Williams Subaru for sponsoring Bark in the Ballpark here this evening. 8-0 the Knights over the Pawtucket Red Sox as that bunt gets laid down to the second baseman. He makes the first baseman, I should say. He tries to make the spin around throw to first. The pitcher can't get there in time, and Booker legs out a single. As you see on screen, our friends at North Mech Animal Rescue, you can follow them on Facebook and Instagram today to learn more about our beautiful doggos. As that dribbler bounces into shallow right field for another
snuck
base
in there.
You're right. Laz Rivera, as I said before, he is a singles machine for you, just doing the work. Booker and Rivera at the bottom of this lineup have a dangerous potential to round this lineup out nicely and give Madrigal and the gang at the top of the order.
That's the way it goes.
A couple of runners to work with. So great job there. Thanks to Jersey Mike Subs for the instant replay on that one. Madrigal having a solid night. He's 1 for 3. He's scored after a triple in his last time up. I believe it was in the 5th inning. Madrigal looking sharp as always at second base. He is a winner of the minor league Gold Glove Award at second base in 2019. Speaking of good defense, we had the pitcher's best friend, as you can see on screen, the 6-4-3 double play. Not something that you see Madrigal ground into very often, so take it while you can get it, folks. This is a rarity for him. You can see there the shortstop didn't have to do much on that one. Even a hit and run, I don't think, could have beat that one out, Nick, so no big deal there. But
learned my lesson earlier in the game.
You very well might have.
I always do.
What other lesson do we have here as we enter the 7th inning?
That we are bringing in someone out of the bullpen.
Absolutely.
I've already scheduled it. When we were paused and showing the dogs, I was already getting somebody they're already scheduled to put in the game. I've got somebody else in the bullpen. We're learning. It's week, what is this, 5? And We're finally catching on here. Finally putting some runs on the board.
Usually it takes us a month or so to get our ducks in a row, or our dogs in a row, as we should say this evening.
Woof.
But woof. That one ending in shallow center. The pop-up ends the inning with out number 3. We add one more, though, and it is 9-0.
Look at those
We
pops.
finish the 6th. Thanks to Mega Smithers, Archie, Ella, and Milton in that recent photo. Thanks to her for sending us that photo. Thanks to Tommy the V Viola, our VP of Communications, for sending in his labs as well. Cosmo Cheris, son of Aaron Cheris, I believe. But thanks to every one of you for submitting dog pics to us throughout the course of this live stream. You can send us more, #CoolestFan, for the Acosta Heating and Cooling Coolest Fan Picks as we continue on this broadcast. Once again, if you're just joining us, Williams Subaru, Bark in the Ballpark. They've been a partner of ours for the last several years. We want to take you now to another initiative we have going on at this point. We have our mega chicken sale. You can see Mountaire Premium Fresh Young Chicken.
Woo-hoo.
We've got 40-pound cases on sale for you all this week. The pre-sale is going on now and will end 1 week from today. As you see there on the screen, we've got leg quarters for $23 and boneless chicken breasts for $53. Again, these are 40-pound cases,
That's
folks.
a steal.
If you need to restock your refrigerator, restock restaurants, whatever you got going on.
Feed your dogs.
Barely feed your dogs. You want to cook them first. Don't let them take the breasts before they have a chance to cook them, like our friend earlier in the broadcast. But if you want to restock your fridges, you want to get ready for barbecues throughout the course of this summer, this is the sale you want to get in on. Go to charlottenights.com to learn more. The pre-sale ends once again 1 week from today. You can pick up your order at BB&T Ballpark on Saturday, June 6th. Again, charlottenights.com to learn more. We see here that it worked last week, and Nick has gone back to the well on this one. Michael Kopech coming in for what could be a 3-out save, as opposed to that very rare 4-out save that we saw last week. Kopech, a very potent fastball pitcher, between 98 and 100 miles an hour for the most part. That slider finishing high and outside, 93 miles an hour on that high heat. Homer giving us the heat as well. Thanks to Circle K for sponsoring our K count throughout the course of this season. I think we're up to 9 strikeouts, something again tonight. If you're just joining us here this week, it's week 5 of the International E-League Series. Knights and Red Sox, as you see here on screen. Kopech throwing another 100-mile-an-hour fireball. Good grief. But over the last 4 weeks, here is the MO of Charlotte Knights baseball as we play the computer. A lot of runs scored, a lot of hits, solid defense improving every week. Rivera with a quick throw around. He can't make the play, though. Had to go deep into his territory to try to make that play. He could not get it done. That's going to be a base hit. The correct call, in my opinion, from the official score up in the booth. But improving defense week to week, but a lot of strikeouts, a lot of hits, a lot of runs scored. And as you saw tonight, a lot of good dogs who you can have for fostering or adoption or the like. But as we endure the dog days of summer here, awaiting what may come from baseball, we at least have moments like this where we can spend the evenings together enjoying baseball like this. It's a unique presentation. The 4, he tries to make the throw to second, a little late on it. That could be ruled an error. We'll have to double check with the booth on that one. But the attempt at a double play was thwarted, probably because of my talking. Let's put it that.
We're just going to pump fastballs by this guy. I don't know why we're getting away from the game plan here. Trying to get cute. Let's see, 3 pitches. Strike him out. Nothing to it. Go Kopech.
Kopech is kind of a dreamboat, though, as a lot of women will tell you. But Circle K strikeout 11. Yeah, check this out. Woof. He just fires this pitch in there. We're going fastball heavy, maybe for the rest of the night. We'll see what his energy looks like here in the 9th inning. But Jersey Mike Subs, the official replay sponsor of the Charlotte Knights. There's the quick 6-4 put out to end the inning. And Nick and the Knights get out of a jam, and it's 9-0. We take the lead. Now we're going to do something a little bit different tonight for the 7th inning stretch. We have, just for you, our Simba Dog Cam, presented by our friends at Chick-fil-A Charlotte. Now, if you're familiar with the Simba Cam at the Atlanta Braves games, oh, there you go. If you got your dogs while you're watching the stream tonight, pick them up and put them in the air like Simba from The Lion King. There's a good doggo right there. Probably not sure where he's at, but beautiful dogs joining us at BB&T Ballpark.
Just dangling.
Several seasons. Yes, there's Homer with his own dog. Great stuff. We have such a good time here on Bark in the Ballpark games. And Chick-fil-A, a proud sponsor of Charlotte Knights. Over the long haul, they've been with us for years and years. We thank you, Chick-fil-A Charlotte, for sponsoring the Simba Dog Cam. Is that Lassie in the middle? I love that dog breed. Woof. And so many beautiful doggos.
It's a bumblebee dog.
Oh boy. That dog had a stinger on the back, I think, but that was our Simba Dog Cam, brought to you by Chick-fil-A Charlotte. Thanks to them for putting on that special cam. We did have some dogs in attendance tonight, Nick. That was
they were in the crowd all along.
I'm glad our camera crew was able to pick those up in the audience as we
oh, I think there's one.
Yeah, I see them in the background. You're right. Full crowd here at Franco Park as the Charlotte Knights host the Pawtucket Red Sox and continue to put a beat down on our friends from Beantown. That was almost a rhyme. You had to let me get away with that one. But runner on first, and this ball gets popped up in foul territory. The third baseman's there, makes the play. That catches out number one.
We got a pinch hitter coming in here.
Yermin Mercedes, the captain of Team Yapa. If you follow along with Yermin Mercedes on social media, you'll know what we're talking about. But
yeah,
Mercedes had a wonderful showing in spring training. This one, maybe not so much. Swinging on the first pitch, he flies out to right. Mercedes had 8 hits in spring training a couple of months ago. 4 of them were home runs. That's kind of the hitter that Mercedes is. He's not all or nothing, believe me, but he's got a lot of power. He's got a lot of talent. And I think it's just a little bit of time before we really see Yermin get an opportunity with the White Sox. We're excited for that. The slide attempt at first base is for naught, and the Knights fail to put one on here in the 7th. 9-0 still the lead. Before we go now to the 8th, we want to highlight Roxy. She's a 3-year-old pit bull. 50 pounds there. Such a beautiful nose. Look at Roxy right there. She loves hiking, loves car rides. She plays well with other dogs so long as they're not fighting over who the alpha is, apparently. But Roxy's got a beautiful soul. She adores her human. Great relationship to be had with this girl. And as you can see, Roxy really loves
car rides.
That's a great bandana. I hope that comes with her, showing a little bit of her patriotism. You can learn about Roxy and all the other good boys and good girls at North Mecklenburg's Animal Rescue by visiting northmechanimalrescue.org, or you can follow them on Facebook and Instagram at North Mech Animal Rescue. Thanks to them, and thanks to Williams Subaru for tonight's Bark in the Ballpark game. You can see there on screen at North Mech Animal Rescue. Skull making the play, coming off of first. He throws back around to Kopech to get out number 1 in this inning. That brings Plawecki into the box for Pawtucket. That slider finishes low, but is taken for strike 1. I want to thank Libby for the compliment on my terrible pun earlier. So that was I appreciate that. I've got at least one person who can enjoy my Danny Tanner level of humor here. But a lot of homers on screen to rally Kopech in this one. That 99 four-seamer finishes low, but he takes it. Called strike 3. I believe that is the 12th strikeout of the game for Knights pitchers. That fastball finishing in there, he had no shot. Thought that one was going to finish lower than it did. Right there in the box, he's disappointed. Michael Kopech satisfied, however, and Circle K continues the K count as we dive further into the top of the 8th inning. 2 outs now. Alex Verdugo, once again, the one of the key pieces in the Mookie Betts trade of this past offseason. Verdugo is 0 for 3 tonight.
I was going to hit him there. Whoops.
Almost.
Look at the attendance up there. 10,914 on Bark in the Park.
We've got a sellout here at Franco Park, 10,914. That is huge. Thanks to our fans at Franco Park for joining us. And thanks to all of you, our fans on Facebook Live and Twitch, for joining us on tonight's live stream. We really appreciate each and every one of you for joining us.
I'm going to hit Homer if you don't move.
Possibly. We have another game coming up in this series later on this week, Thursday at 7 o'clock. It will be the Chicago White Sox against the Boston Red Sox as Nick takes the sticks one more time against a member of the Pawtucket front office. You see that weak grounder finishing at first base for the final out on this one. We go now to the bottom of the 8th inning. Another good dog to highlight. This is Sky. She's a Shepherd and Husky mix coming in at 70 pounds. The 5-year-old, she's a great leash walker. She loves to be with her human, but she's very calm as well, which is a great personality training dog. I like high-energy dogs, but I also like calm dogs as well. Sky is just a great companion. Unfortunately, though, you might want to keep cats away from Sky. She can get a little bit jealous. She is a solo pet. So if you are interested in learning more about Sky, what a beautiful dog there. She looks like
cute little bandana too.
Alan, yeah, you're right about that. A great friend to have in the backyard, as you see there. If you want to learn more about Sky and other dogs available for adoption or fostering, visit northmecanimalrescue.org today. Bottom of the 8th here, 9-0 lead Knights over the Red Sox. That blooper finishes in shallow right, but Pawtucket's there to make the out. As the sun is now set at Franco Park. Beautiful night at the ballpark. It's a beautiful night for Bark in the ballpark, if I'm being quite honest.
Definitely.
Joel Booker popping out there. That brings Laz Rivera to the plate. He had a single in his last at bat. Unfortunately, he was he was on the short end of the stick with that. Oh, the dive in right field down the line there. He cannot make the play. That ball goes
out of play.
That ball goes into foul territory afterwards for the ground rule double. Check out this dive again. The ball finishes just past his glove.
Through the
and
wall
bounces
and
out of the wall. Ugh, not a good look for Pawtucket.
Hey, we got lucky there. We got lucky. I don't want to get greedy. I was hoping for extra, triple or maybe going around, inside the park. I'm due. But
I think you are due. This will be the first time in 3 weeks that you did not let up an infield inside the park home run.
Knock on wood.
That's a good one there. Don't want to get greedy, but you can with the chocolate chip cookie from Doubletree by Hilton Charlotte. Trust me.
That's why I'm doing it.
Everything. They are the official host hotel of the Charlotte Knights, the Doubletree Double that you saw just a second ago from Laz Rivera. Fans, we've got Knights face masks on sale now at the Knights team store. You can check out charlotteknights.com or go to knights.milbstore.com to learn more. We've got one mask for $10, or you can get one free if you make a purchase of $50 or more. You can simply get the whole set of 4 of them for $30. You can see the Duke Blue, we'll call it on screen. We've got Carolina Blue as well. We also have the green and orange as they are pictured on screen. So Charlotte
looks like Florida Gator colors there. We got the orange and blue, the green for the Gator. Gotta love it. CharlotteKnights.com.
I should have known better than to put those colors together, but maybe I did that for you, half knowing you would point it out. But another dive attempt at a ball and another missed opportunity for the Red Sox. He throws the relay back into the pitcher. Let's check out this one out again. Nick Madrigal trying to make up for the double play ball that he hit last time up. This ball just finishes again. It hits off the glove of the left fielder there on the dive. He can't make the play, and that puts runners on the corners for the Knights here in the bottom of the 8th. Thanks to Jersey Mike Subs for giving us another look at that one. This ball hit high into right center field, but he's there to make the catch for the second out of the inning. The runner could be tagging up.
Take the RBI.
That sacrifice fly and run batted in now will make it 10-0. Laz Rivera scoring after the ground rule double, making his way to third on the single from Madrigal, and then the sacrifice fly just now. Lead for the Knights over the Red Sox, and that ball is popped up to shallow right center field. The right fielder's there to make the catch, and that'll do it. Final frame of the evening. Top of the 9th inning. 10-0 Knights on what has been just a tremendous Bark in the Ballpark game brought to you by our friends at Williams Subaru. You see again on screen is the Acosta Heating and Cooling Coolest Fan Picks. We've got a lot of dogs watching on the live stream, I assume, tonight. Look at those good boys and good girls.
Shout out to all the dogs watching.
Henry and those eyes, man. Woo! Wow. If they're at the ballpark and our DJ is there to make a couple of noises, you might hear some doorbells, you might hear some cat sounds. So
he'd be all over that.
It's really a fun time in the ballpark, folks. When we have a chance to host you again for a Bark in the Ballpark here in Uptown Charlotte, we will let you know as soon as we can. But thank you so much in the meantime for joining us. We are in the top of the 9th inning now. We've got a simple 6-3 put out there for out number 1. Michael Kopech and the Knights just dealing. Dustin Pedroia was kind of surprised he did not leg that one out, but just missed it by an ounce, buddy. The veteran, not the fastest dude I remember. Debbie Reed in the chat says, Sky is beautiful inside and out. I tend to agree. Roxy, the dog that we featured a little earlier, Roxy can come with a variety of bandanas for the perfect match, depending on what you want to have when you bring Roxy home. Roxy's also the best hiker, loves her people, truly a beautiful soul. Roxy and Sky, you can learn about them in greater detail online at northmechanimalrescue.org. Circle K strikeout again. Michael Kopech just dealing. The delivery on this one, he was way in front of that pitch.
Way in front of the fastball.
I think you're trying to anticipate 100 miles an hour on a fastball, but even then you're almost instinctively thinking, okay, I've got to swing through the zone here a little bit quicker than usual. Let's just say he was a little too quick on that one, as evidenced by that instant replay from our friend at Jersey Mike Subs. 0-2 the count now. They've swung on and missed the last 2 pitches. Let's see if the Heat will take care of it. And
fouled it off.
There is a foul ball. Thanks for the save. Here's the interesting thing about these live streams, folks. I am so bad at seeing foul tips. It is incredible. I don't know if it's the frame rate of the video, which is kind of inexcusable considering I'm a video guy. But I don't know if it's the frame rate. I don't know what the deal is. But I'm thankful that Nick can see better than I can. Here's the 1-2.
Oh, gosh.
That ball is smacked, but it will finish foul. I almost thought I would be shaking my head, SMH if you will, on my end, but this is staved off. Here we go. That ball is fouled off 100 miles an hour on that 4-seamer. The Red Sox hanging in here.
All right, let's do this for all the dogs.
You're right about that. We've got one more dog to feature after this half inning is over with, so stick around with us. Bentley, a beautiful dog. You'll learn more about Bentley here in a minute. Jansen Whitty is on deck for the Red Sox. Hopefully we will not see him in a minute, but here full count now. Kopech 2 outs.
Fouling it off.
Foul tip. This is I believe it's the 10th pitch of the at-bat.
Yes, this will be the 10th.
Just an incredible effort from Pawtucket trying to stay alive here.
There it is.
Swung out and missed. He was early on the slider, 91 miles an hour, down and in.
Dugouts.
Michael Kopech gets it done. The 3-inning, just great relief appearance from him. He's got 7 innings in relief over his last 2 games. Has not allowed a run in either appearance.
Good job.
Just mowed down the competition. You see Nick Farmer high-fiving other Knights players as they make their way to the mound in this one. Stymieing Pawtucket here at Franco Park. 10-0 your final score. You can see Kopech there is a little bit relieved. He had some opposition there at the end of this one, but he gets out of it. Strikeouts aplenty for this team here tonight. On Bark in the Ballpark, presented by Williams Subaru. Here's the last good boy we will highlight this evening. Say hello to Bentley. Bentley is a 1.5 years old. He is a boxer, pit bull, and Great Dane mix. Great Danes, if you're not aware, are the biggest lap dogs in the history of lap dogs. I had a Great Dane sit on me about 2 weeks ago, and I still have a bruise from it. Let's put it that way. Bentley is 65 pounds. He's super cuddly, which I'm so shocked. Bentley's great with dogs and cats. He's an excellent leash walker, and he would love a canine companion. So if you are a dog owner and you've already got a dog and you're willing to consider adopting another one, consider adopting Bentley. He is such a good boy, and as we saw in the chat beforehand, a lot of bandanas you can choose from.
Looks like a real sweet pup there. You got to get some
dogs.
Knights bandanas. The Knights team store, along with your face masks.
We've got bandanas. We've got other dog products. We've got face masks. We have T-shirts. The face masks and Knights Care for Charlotte T-shirts, by the way, will benefit the Knights Care for Charlotte initiative, which benefits frontline healthcare professionals serving the community in Charlotte and beyond throughout the course of this COVID-19 pandemic. You see there on the screen those T-shirts. You can find out more about them at charlotteknights.com. Our face masks, by the way, are $10 per mask, all 4 of them for $30. A mask for free with the purchase of $50 or more at the Knights team store, as Nick so eloquently put it just a moment ago. charlotteknights.com for more information on those. But again, you can see on screen just a dominating performance. Tonight's Morningstar Storage player of the game is Ross Detweiler. Detweiler going 6 innings, only allowing a couple of hits throughout the course of it. 2 hits, 8 strikeouts. No walks in this one for the Knights. No inside the park home runs.
That's the key.
No inside the ball. No inside the bark in the ballpark home runs this evening. Great performance there. You see Daniel Polka having another solid night, going 3 for 4, 2 doubles, 3 runs batted in for him. Matt Skoll, of course, hitting his first home run of the International E-League Series. He goes 2 for 4. Zach Collins 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs of his own. And Gorgis Hernandez going 3 for 5 with a double and 2 runs scored. Let's go now to the highlight reel presented by our friends at Carolina Premium and Corona. You see here Daniel Polka's RBI double to right field to open this up in the bottom of the 4th inning as the Knights go up 1-0. This RBI double would not go by itself, however. We've got a sacrifice fly to center field from A.J. Reed. This is going to bring another run in, making it 2-0 there in the 4th. You can see Polka making his way home on that one. A left-handed hitting lineup tonight. A lot of lefties all in a row in the middle of the order. Nicky Delmonico, one of those lefties, really paying off for the Knights this evening. He lines one to center for an RBI single of his own in the bottom of the 5th. And Zach Collins grounds one to center for a single here, really bringing this score to 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th. The beginning of the floodgates, though. Daniel Polka, in his second hit of the evening, drives this one to center field, a 2-run double. In his, once again, excellent outing, 5 for 5 in his last affair. He goes 3 for 4 this evening for 2 of his 3 RBIs there. Here's Matt Skoll sending a 2-run moonshot over the right field wall, going 368 feet. He rounds the bases with another Knights base runner, and that tacks on 2 more runs to make it 8-0 for the Knights in the 6th. A determined Ross Detweiler goes 6 strong tonight as he strikes out a top prospect in the Red Sox organization, Alex Verdugo. He catches him swinging late on a fastball there. Detweiler finishing with 6 innings, 8 strikeouts, only 2 hits allowed, as we mentioned before. Zach Collins grounding another one up to center field for an RBI single. He had 3 hits on the night. Here's another one from him, a sacrifice fly to center field. Not a hit, but another RBI for him. The last 2 runs for the Knights coming from the bat of Zach Collins. 10-0 is your score in the bottom of the 8th, and that's where it would finish off. Michael Kopech relieving Detweiler in the 7th. He goes 3 innings in this one. He gets Akita to strike out swinging at a slider, 91 miles an hour. He did not see this one coming. Akita had such a long at bat at the end of the game, the 10 or 11 pitches, I believe, to finish that one off. Gave Kopech a little bit of a sweat at the end there, but Kopech did well for himself. 3 innings, no earned runs for him, finishing strong for the Knights. Toweling off is our entertainment coordinator, Nick Farmer, on the couch. Nick, what were some of your key takeaways from tonight's game?
Man, key takeaways from tonight's game. There's a lot of cute dogs out there. A lot of dogs would be great companions, good with other dogs. Some that could be just for you. Definitely check out the website that we've had on there. Check out the social media channels and go give those dogs a look. And hopefully we can see you bringing them out to a non-virtual Bark in the Ballpark at a Knights game. That'd be really, really cool. And a lot of fun here. Get to play some baseball and see some pups. Couldn't think of a better thing to do tonight. So appreciate everybody tuning in and checking it out.
Well said, Nick. You can see the URL on screen there. NorthMechAnimalRescue.org is where you can learn more about those good doggos. Libby, once again, in our comments section on Facebook Live says, Benny, or Bentley, as we just featured at the end of this game, Benny to his friends is the coolest dog. He's a foster favorite and naturally matches his energy level to any dog or person in his foster pack. It's a great personality trait to have. Bentley is also very polite and cuddly. He's just waiting on his peeps. He wants to find his forever home. You could be the home to give him a beautiful future. Bentley, as you can see, is a very good boy. He and his other doggos are up for adoption right now at NorthMechAnimalRescue.org. You can find out more there. Want to thank our friends at Williams Subaru one more time. If we can show the coupon on screen, you can get a big discount, $19.99 for
a good deal.
Disinfectant. Your vehicle interior can get disinfected top to bottom. It's safe for your pets. It's safe for your kids. It can deodorize and clean your air conditioning system. It's any make and model is good. Just bring your car over to Williams Subaru, and you can learn more about their fleet at WilliamsSubaruCharlotte.com. This particular branch is located on 5701 East Independence Boulevard. Your friends at Williams Subaru have been a longtime sponsor of Bark in the Ballpark for the Charlotte Knights. We thank Williams Subaru for their partnership, but you're getting a $49.95 deal for $19.99. Just snap a screenshot of this coupon on the screen for you. Bring it to the Williams Subaru dealership on Independence Boulevard for your vehicle disinfectant service. They do a great job over there. Shout out to Williams Subaru one more time for tonight's game. As I said before, this is game 1 of a 3-game series. We'll be playing a member of the Pawtucket Red Sox front office this Thursday night at 7 o'clock. It is Knights versus Red Sox, but in that game, it will be White Sox versus Red Sox at 7 o'clock right here on Facebook Live and Twitch. Beyond our fan base, if you are another member of Minor League Baseball and you would like an exhibition game, aka if you would like to lose to the Charlotte Knights in a Facebook live stream, you are more than welcome to do so. Just visit us in the Facebook Live comments section.
That's big talk, big promises out of the guy, not on the sticks.
We've got a couple of people apparently who can play this game. So if you're not up to the challenge, Nick,
I'm up to it.
All right. A lot of pressure on Nick Farmer, entertainment coordinator, but we may have more players in tow. We welcome and encourage our partners in the minor league baseball community to join us on these nights. You see what I did there? Great opportunity for us to host you on our channel. Great opportunity for us to activate your sponsorships and your theme nights on these streams. So if you are a corporate partner of the Charlotte Knights and you want to discuss with us how you can host an outing or an evening on Facebook Live and Twitch with the Charlotte Knights, please let us know. You can see the scroll on screen of all the good dogs you can meet, get to know, and perhaps adopt or foster from North Mecklenburg Animal Rescue. You see them on screen there. NorthMechAnimalRescue.org is going to be your destination to see if maybe one of these dogs or the other 10 or 20 at their present facility would be a fit in your home. We want to thank Sarah Speak one more time, Communications Director for North Mac Animal Rescue, for talking to us about dog fostering and adoptions, especially now in this challenging situation we're in. The important thing, as Sarah said, was you should be 100% certain about it, but also you have to consider what your individual home situation is and how one of these dogs or one of any dog would be a good fit for your home. So being fully understanding of where your situation is, being open and honest as you talk to North Mac Animal Rescue and others about the dog fostering or dog adopting process is only going to help. If you have any shortage of questions, the North Mac Animal Rescue team is always here to help answer those questions for you and then some. Once again, northmacanimalrescue.org is your destination for those questions. You can follow them at the same on Facebook and Instagram at North Mac Animal Rescue. Thanks for joining us this evening. We've got one more game Thursday night, 7 o'clock, White Sox versus Red Sox. Everybody for joining us. Thank you so much. Thanks to our friends for giving us dog picks tonight. Hashtag coolest fan will get you on future Bark in the Ballpark broadcasts. Thanks to Williams Subaru for sponsoring Bark in the Ballpark with us today and always. Thanks to everyone joining us, hopefully again Thursday night right here on Facebook Live and Twitch at Charlotte Knights Baseball. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Knights Baseball to learn about what else we're doing here at the ballpark throughout this situation. I'm David Ruckman. You met Nick Farmer. Thanks to everyone involved here tonight. We will see you again later this week. Have a great evening.